हेलो एवरीबॉडी, वेलकम टू माय चैनल सिंपली नोट्स। इस वीडियो में हम टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड से रिलेटेड MCQ स्टडी करेंगे। देयर आर टोटल 1000 MCQs। प्रीवियस वीडियोस में हमने कुछ 400 MCQs अपलोड किए हैं। इस वीडियो में हम नेक्स्ट 200 MCQ स्टडी करेंगे। अगर आप ये 1000 MCQs लर्न कर लेते हो तो टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड से रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है एग्जाम में तो आप इजीली आंसर कर पाओगे। इसमें सभी टॉपिक्स कवर किए गए हैं जो भी टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड UGC नेट पेपर 1 के सिलेबस में है। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, एट द प्राइमरी स्कूल्स स्टेज मोस्ट ऑफ द टीचर्स शुड बी विमेन बिकॉज दे कैन टीच चिल्ड्रन बेटर देन मैन, नो बेसिक कॉन्टेंट बेटर देन मैन, are available on lower salaries, can deal with children with love and affection. Correct answer is option D, can deal with children with love and affection. Next question, the most important challenge before a teacher is to maintain discipline in the class, to make students do their homework, to prepare question paper, to make teaching learning process enjoyable. Correct answer is option D, to make teaching learning process enjoyable. Next question, heuristics are blank which are used as rules in problem solving, strategies, explanations, motivations, calculative images. Correct answer is option A, strategies. heuristic का मतलब है to find और to discover. इसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं स्वतः शोध प्रणाली. It is an example of an experience based technique that promotes problem solving, learning and discovery. ह्यूरिस्टिक मेथड ऑफ टीचिंग में क्या होता है, टीचर स्टूडेंट्स को प्रॉब्लम देता है एंड द स्टूडेंट्स हैव टू डिस्कवर द आंसर्स देमसेल्व्स. सो स्टूडेंट्स आर पुट इन अ सिचुएशन टू लर्न बाय देमसेल्व्स. टीचर एक गाइड का रोल प्ले करता है एंड गिव मिनिमम पॉसिबल हेल्प टू द स्टूडेंट्स. स्टूडेंट्स खुद प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं, गलती करते हैं और उन गलतियों से खुद सीखते हैं. The heuristic method was for the first time coined by Dr. H.E. Armstrong. उन्होंने ये term दी थी. First it was used in science and its success led it to be adopted in the teaching of all subjects in the school curriculum. अगला question है, an effective teacher will ensure cooperation among his students, laissez-faire role, competition among students, competition or cooperation as the situation demands. Correct answer is option D, competition or cooperation as the situation demands. अगला question, a new teacher to start with will have to enforce discipline in class, establish rapport with the students, cut jokes with the students, tell the students about his qualifications. Correct answer is option B, establish rapport with the students. The basic requirement to teach efficiency is mastery over the topic, mastery over different strategies of teaching, mastery over technology, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. A teacher will become an effective communicator if he uses instructional aids, he helps students get meaning out of what he teaches, he asks questions in between teaching, he helps students get correct answer to the question on the topic. Correct answer is option B, he helps students get meaning out of what he teaches. अगला क्वेश्चन, which one of the following is appropriate in respect of teacher-student relationship? Very informal and intimate, limited to classroom only, cordial and respectful, indifferent. Correct answer is option C, cordial and respectful. Which of the following is not a prescribed level of teaching? Memory, understanding, reflective, differentiation. Correct answer is option D, differentiation. बाकी सभी जो हैं वो levels of teaching हैं. The students who keep on asking questions in the class should be encouraged to find answer independently, encouraged to meet the teacher after the class, encouraged to continue questioning, advised not to disturb during the lecture. Correct answer is option A, encouraged to find answer independently. Next question, the Verstehen School of Understanding was popularized by German social scientists, American philosophers, British academicians, Italian political analysts. Correct answer is option A, German social scientists. The Verstehen School of Understanding believes in understanding the meaning of action from the actor's point of view. It is like entering into the shoes of the other. अपने आप को दूसरे की जगह रख कर देखना. How would you feel or act if you were in same situation? अगला क्वेश्चन है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सिंगल फैक्टर इन अंडरलाइंग द सक्सेस ऑफ बिगनिंग एज अ टीचर? स्कॉलरशिप, communicative ability, personality and its ability to relate to the class and to the pupils, organizational ability. Correct answer is option C, personality and its ability to relate to the class and to pupils. Next question, a person can enjoy teaching as profession when he has control over students, commands respect from students, is more qualified than his colleagues, is very close to higher authorities. Correct answer is option B, commands respect from students. Next question, teachers who are passionate in classroom transactions, involve their students in the teaching learning process, often lack deeper insight of the subject content, use frivolous examples to hold the students' attention, all of the above. Correct answer is option A, involve their students in the teaching learning process. Next question is, success of the teaching profession depends upon policy to keep students happy, maintaining of relationship with schools administrators, growth of both learners and teachers through the teaching learning process, finding avenues for personal growth. Correct answer is option C, growth of both learners and teachers through the teaching learning process. Those teachers are popular among students who develop intimacy with them, help them solve their problems, award good grades, take classes on extra tuition fee. Correct answer is option B, help them solve their problems. Agla question, the primary responsibility for the teacher's adjustment lies with the children, the principal, the teacher himself, the community. Correct answer is option B, the principal. Agla question, which one of the following is the most important quality of a good teacher? Punctuality and sincerity, content mastery and reactive, content mastery and sociable. Correct answer is option C, content mastery and reactive. Next question is, a successful teacher is one who is compassionate and disciplinarian, quiet and reactive, tolerant and dominating, passive and active. Correct answer is option A, compassionate and disciplinarian. Next question, the primary duty of the teacher is to raise the intellectual standard of the students, improve the physical standard of the students, help all around development of the students, imbibe value system in the students. Correct answer is option C, help all round development of the students. Next question, a teacher's most important challenge is to make students do their homework, to make teaching learning process enjoyable, to maintain discipline in the classroom, to prepare the question paper. Correct answer is option B, to make teaching learning process enjoyable. Agla question, a teacher is said to be fluent in asking questions if he can ask meaningful questions, ask as many questions as possible, maximum number of questions in a fixed time, many meaningful questions in a fixed time. Correct answer is option A, meaningful questions. Agla question, on the first day of his class, if a teacher is asked by the students to introduce himself, he should ask them to meet after the class, tell them about himself in brief, ignore the demand and start teaching, scold the student for this unwanted demand. Correct answer is option B, tell them about himself in brief. Teaching aids can help teachers to make teaching interesting, teaching less burdensome, content easy and concrete, lessons seem fancy. Correct answer is option A, teaching interesting. An effective teaching aid is one which is colorful and good looking, activates all faculties, is visible to all students, easy to prepare and use. Correct answer is option B, activates all faculties. Faculties का मतलब है capabilities या potential. Next question is, which of the following statements is incorrect regarding traditional teaching method? It allows teacher-centered approach based on memorization of facts, objective information and correct knowledge. Collaborative learning and problem-based learning is a key aspect of this method. It has more interaction between the teacher and student. Correct answer is option C. आपको यहाँ पे incorrect statement choose करनी है. So incorrect statement is collaborative learning and problem-based learning is a key aspect of this method. Traditional teaching method teacher-centered है, जहाँ teachers decide करते हैं क्या पढ़ाना है, कैसे पढ़ाना है. Students learn through memorization and recitation. ट्रेडिशनल टीचिंग में जो मेथड्स यूज़ होते हैं वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग स्किल्स डेवलप नहीं करते हैं। टीचर्स इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं, लेक्चर देते हैं और स्टूडेंट्स फैक्ट्स क्रैम करते हैं। सो ये कोलैबोरेटिव लर्निंग और प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग मेथड नहीं है। अगला क्वेश्चन है, डिजिटाइजेशन इन टीचिंग लर्निंग असेसमेंट एंड फीडबैक इम्प्रूव्स learning process, social responsibility, civic engagement, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question, which teaching method has the ability to engage the students in subjective activities and enhance their cognitive skills? Traditional teaching, modern teaching, ICT based teaching, none of the above. Correct answer is option C, ICT based teaching, information and communication technology based teaching. Next question, the use of teaching aids is justified if there is attracting students' attention, effective engagement of students in learning, optimized learning outcomes, minimized in discipline problems. Correct answer is option B, effective engagement of students in learning. Next question, for a teacher, which of the following methods would be correct for writing on the blackboard? Writing fast and as clearly as possible, writing important points as clearly as possible, writing the meta first and then writing the answer as stated by them, none of the above. Correct answer is option B, writing important points as clearly as possible. Next question, you are planning to teach human anatomy. The most suitable teaching aid would be to put up a chart on human anatomy, show the learners model of the human body, show them Microsoft PowerPoint presentations and videos depicting location and functions of part of the human body, reading from the text and simultaneously explaining verbally. Correct answer is option C, show them Microsoft PowerPoint presentations and videos depicting location and functions of part of the human body. Next question, observable behaviors which a teacher can use in the class to bring home to the pupil an idea or point is technically called? Teaching skills, demonstration, communication facilities, none of the above. Correct answer is option A, teaching skills. Next question, a teacher uses audio-visual aids and physical activities in her teaching because they provide a diversion to learners, utilize maximum number of senses to enhance learning, provide relief to the teacher, facilitate effective assessment. Correct answer is option B, utilize maximum number of senses to enhance learning. Agla question, a smart classroom is a teaching space which has smart portion with a rough panel control system, PC laptop connection and DVD VCR player, document camera and specialized software, projector and screen. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. Correct answer is option D. So all these are part of smart classroom. Agla question hai. Now here two statements are given, assertion and reason. You have to choose the correct answer from the given options. Assertion is, for an effective classroom communication, at times it is desirable to use the projection technology. Using the projection technology facilitates extensive coverage of course contents. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. A is true but R is false. A is false but R is true. Correct answer is option B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next question is, learning environment refers to a way to describe the universal classroom, an ideal classroom, the physical, psychological and instructional atmosphere in a classroom, best environment setting. Correct answer is option C, the physical, psychological and instructional atmosphere in the classroom. Learning environment में आता है physical settings, physical location, educational approach and cultural setting in which teaching and learning occur. Institution में जो लोग हैं, their way of thinking, behaving or working, how individuals interact, learning styles कौन से use होते हैं, policies of the institution, learning materials used, audio, visual and digital technologies, ये सब learning environment का part है. अगला question है, how can teachers create a positive learning environment? Create bright, clean and organized spaces, make learning relevant, developing a positive action curriculum, All of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question, the essence of effective classroom environment is a variety of teaching aids, lively student-teacher interaction, strict discipline, all of the above. Correct answer is option B, lively student-teacher interaction. Agla question, dash are the prerequisites for providing proper environment to quality learning. Infrastructural facilities or resources, schools activities, sports and games, all of the above. Correct answer is option A, infrastructural facilities or resources. Agla question hai, who said this, that learning is a process of progressive behavior through experience and training? Crow and Crow, Skinner, Blair Jones and Simon, Gardner Murphy. Correct answer is option B, Skinner. Full name, Charles E. Skinner. So learning is not acquired by birth, but ये एक progressive process है, continuous process है, lifelong process है. Temporary change in behavior is not learning. Next question, learning helps in bringing desirable change in behavior means learning is the process of bringing changes in behavior. It helps in introducing desired change in the behavior of learner in all its domains. It helps in proper growth and development, both A and B. Correct answer is option B. It helps in introducing desired change in the behavior of learner in all its domain. Next question, to teach effectively in classroom, which of the following basic principles of learning are required? Principle of clarity, principle of effective communication, principle of varying learning abilities, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. इनके अलावा, इन principles के अलावा, there are some other principles also. Principle of association, principle of self-activity, principle of reward, principle of practice, principle of timing, etc. अगला क्वेश्चन है, these learners learn best when they use tactile experiences. Tactile means connected to sense of touch and carry out physical activity to practice by applying new information. So वो कौन से learners होते हैं? Auditory learners, kinesthetic learners, visual learners, motor learners. Correct answer is option B, kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic जो term है, it is related to movement or sensation, especially within the body. Kinesthetic learning को tactile learning भी बोलते हैं. It is a learning style in which learning takes place by the students carrying out physical activities rather than listening to a lecture or watching demonstrations. अगला question है, the academic characteristic of the adolescent are, they show a wide range of intellectual development, they tend to be curious, they favor active or passive learning, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Moral values can be effectively inculcated among the students when the teacher frequently talks about values, himself practices them, tells stories of great persons, talks of gods and goddesses. Correct answer is option B, himself practice them. Agla question, when a normal student behaves in an erratic manner in the class, you would pull up the student then and there, talk to the student after the class, ask the student to leave the class, ignore the student. Correct answer is option B, talk to the student after the class. Next question, for an effective and durable learning, learner should have ability to learn only, requisite level of motivation only, opportunities to learn only, desired level of ability and motivation. Correct answer is option D, desired level of ability and motivation. Agla question, the students learn best by listening, reading, doing, seeing. Correct answer is option C, doing. Some students in a class exhibit great curiosity for learning. It may be because such children are gifted, come from rich families, show artificial behavior, create indiscipline in the class. Correct answer is option A, are gifted. The most appropriate meaning of learning is acquisition of skills, modification of behavior, personal adjustment, inculcation of knowledge. Correct answer is option B, modification of behavior. Agla question, attitude of the teacher that affects teaching pertains to affective domain, cognitive domain, cognitive domain, psychomotor domain. Correct answer is option A, affective domain. The affective domain includes the manner in which we deal with things emotionally, such as feelings, values, appreciation, enthusiasm, motivations, and attitudes. Next question is, when some students are deliberately attempting to disturb the discipline of the class by making mischief, what will be your role as teacher? Expelling those students, isolate those students, reform the group with your authority, giving them an opportunity for introspection and improve their behavior. Correct answer is option D, giving them an opportunity for introspection and improve their behavior. Next question, classroom communication should be teacher-centric, student-centric, general-centric, textbook-centric. Correct answer is option B, student-centric. Next question, the teacher has been glorified by the phrase friend, philosopher and guide because he has to play all vital roles in the context of society. He transmits the high value of humanity to students. He is the great reformer of the society. He is a great patriot. Correct answer is option B. He transmits the high value of humanity to students. Agla question, which maxim states that difficulty should follow ease in teaching? From center to abstract, from simple to complex, from known to unknown, none of the above. Correct answer is option B, from simple to complex. मैग्जिम्स ऑफ टीचिंग पर हम पहले भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस कर चुके हैं प्रीवियस वीडियोस में. मैग्जिम्स ऑफ टीचिंग मतलब टेक्निक्स ऑफ टीचिंग. वन ऑफ द टेक्निक्स इज सिंपल टू कॉम्प्लेक्स. टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस में टीचर को पहले सिंपल टॉपिक प्रेजेंट करना चाहिए जिससे स्टूडेंट्स का इंटरेस्ट बने, दे फील एनकरेज्ड एंड मोटिवेटेड, एंड आफ्टर दैट कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक्स शुड बी प्रेजेंटेड ग्रेजुअली. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर टीचर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सिखा रहा है तो पहले सिंपल सेंटेंसेस से शुरू करेंगे और फिर धीरे धीरे डिफ़िकल्टी लेवल इंक्रीज़ करेंगे, क्योंकि अगर कॉम्प्लेक्स चीज़ें पहले बच्चों के सामने प्रेजेंट करेंगे तो स्टूडेंट्स को उन्हें सीखने में दिक्कत होगी और वो अपसेट हो जाएंगे, डीमोटिवेट हो जाएंगे एंड दे विल लूज इंटरेस्ट. सो डिफ़िकल्टी शुड फॉलो ईज इन टीचिंग, मतलब ईजी टॉपिक्स शुड बी फॉलोड बाय डिफ़िकल्ट टॉपिक्स. Next question, which among the following maxim means to regulate the education of a pupil by observation? From definite to indefinite? It is indefinite to definite, not definite to indefinite. तो ये option तो वैसे ही cancel हो गई. From induction to deduction. Induction means drawing a conclusion from a set of examples, whereas deduction is its opposite. The teacher should proceed from induction to deduction. For example, in English, while teaching the conversation of active voice into passive voice, the teacher should first convert a few sentences of active into passive voice and on the basis of those conclude the general rule for a conversation of active voice into passive voice. Induction में पहले examples दिए जाते हैं, उसके basis पर the general rule or formula is inferred. डिडक्शन में पहले जनरल रूल या फॉर्मूला बताया जाता है, फिर उसके बेसिस पर प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व की जाती है. नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन इज फ्रॉम सेंटर टू एब्स्ट्रैक्ट. इट्स नॉट सेंटर टू एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, इट्स कॉन्क्रीट टू एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, तो ये भी गलत ऑप्शन है. फ्रॉम एम्पिरिकल टू रैशनल. एम्पिरिकल नॉलेज इज बेस्ड ऑन ऑब्जर्वेशन and first-hand experience. It is concrete and simple. We can see, feel and experience it. On the other hand, rational is based on our arguments and explanation. The stage of argument is the last, whereas seeing things or feeling them is the first stage. So the safe approach in teaching is that we should proceed from empirical to rational. It is a journey from less mental maturity to more mental maturity. So यहाँ पे जो correct answer है that is option D, from empirical to rational. अगला क्वेश्चन है, डिफरेंस इन चिल्ड्रंस इंटरेस्ट्स, टेंडेंसीज एंड कैरेक्टर आर विच डिफरेंसेस? पर्सनैलिटी डिफरेंसेस, इमोशनल डिफरेंसेस, रेशियल डिफरेंसेस, इकोनॉमिक डिफरेंसेस. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, पर्सनैलिटी डिफरेंसेस. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, टू मेंटेन इंटरेस्ट अमंग स्टूडेंट्स इन क्लास, अ टीचर शुड मेक मैक्सिमम यूज ऑफ टीचिंग एड्स, डिस्कस, ask questions intermittently. Intermittently means रुक रुक कर, occasionally. All of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question, in the classroom the teacher sends the message either as words or images. The students are really encoders, decoders, agitator, propagators. Correct answer is option B, decoders. I've already explained the concept of coding and decoding in the previous questions. Last video में जब हमने मॉडल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन स्टडी किया था तब मैंने इस कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में बताया था. अगला क्वेश्चन है, a diagram speaks more than 1,000 words. The statement means that the teacher should use diagram in teaching, speak more and more in the class, use teaching aids in the class, not speak too much in the class. Correct answer is option C, use teaching aids in the class. टीचिंग एड्स में सब आते हैं. ट्रेडिशनल टीचिंग एड्स फॉर एग्जांपल बुक्स एंड ब्लैक बोर्ड, विजुअल टीचिंग एड्स फॉर एग्जांपल पोस्टर्स, डायग्राम्स, मैप्स, मैकेनिकल टीचिंग एड्स फॉर एग्जांपल वीडियो प्रोजेक्टर्स या ऑडियो टीचिंग मशीन्स. तो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट आंसर है दैट इज यूज टीचिंग एड्स इन द क्लास. अगला क्वेश्चन है, इफ यू गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू टीच अ विजुअली चैलेंज्ड स्टूडेंट अलॉन्ग विद नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट्स, what type of treatment would you like to give him in the class? Not giving extra attention because majority may suffer. Take care of him sympathetically in the classroom. You will think that blindness is his destiny and hence you cannot do anything. Arrange a seat in the front row and try to teach at pace convenient to him. Correct answer is option D. Arrange a seat in the front row and try to teach at pace convenient to him. Next question, as regard the use of blackboard in the class, what arrangements should be made for the students with weak eyesight? They should be provided with spectacles. They should be asked to read that is written on the blackboard. They should be given front seats. Special arrangement should be made for them. Correct answer is option C. They should be given front seats. Agla question, if a seminar or conference is being conducted in your city concerning education, what will you do? I will take part in it without the permission of the principal. I shall seek the permission of the principal. I shall take leave from the school. I shall take no interest in it. Correct answer is option B. I shall seek the permission of the principal. Agla question, better classroom management means effective group work and interaction among the students, proper planning and preparation in developing suitable teaching aids, punctuality of the teachers and ability to complete course in time, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Agla question, for maintaining an effective discipline in the class, the teacher should allow students to do what they like, deal with students strictly, give the students some problems to solve, deal with them politely and firmly. Correct answer is option D, deal with them politely and firmly. Next question, questioning in teaching is most useful in ensuring active participation of learners in the class, rote memorization of facts by the learners, disciplining the learners, preparing learners for examination. Correct answer is option A, ensuring active participation of learners in the class. Agla question, arrange the following teaching process in order. Relate the present knowledge with previous one, evaluation, reteaching, formulating instructional objectives, presentation of instructional materials. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. सो पहले आएगा फोर्थ पॉइंट, फिर फर्स्ट पॉइंट, फिर फिफ्थ, उसके बाद सेकंड और लास्ट में थर्ड पॉइंट. सबसे पहले ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट होंगे, देन रिलेट द प्रेजेंट नॉलेज विद प्रीवियस वन, उसके बाद प्रेजेंटेशन, इवैल्यूएशन एंड रीटीचिंग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग शुड अ टीचर अडॉप्ट ऑन अ लेक्चर? प्रिसाइज एंड लो टोन, elongated tone, precise and high tone, moderate tone. Correct answer is option C, precise and high tone. अगला क्वेश्चन है, the lecture method is an effective way to introduce new information and concepts, introduce a new skill, access understanding of learners, stimulate participation of learners. Correct answer is option A, introduce new information and concepts. Next question, lecture as a teaching method can be more effective if a teacher reads from his or her notes, uses prepared pointers and organizes discussions around the same, teaches extempore, extempore means on the spot or spontaneous, enriches the content of lectures with appropriate examples from other disciplines. Correct answer is option D, enriches the content of lectures with appropriate examples from other disciplines. Next question, which of the following is considered the oldest teaching method? Demonstration method, lecture method, micro teaching method, seminar method. Correct answer is option B, lecture method. Agla question, the lecture method is useful when a teacher is dealing with large group, junior classes, small group, training the group. Correct answer is option A, large group. Next question, which of the following statement is not correct? Lecture method can develop reasoning. That is not true. Lecture method can develop knowledge. This is true because information तो मिल रही है students को, knowledge तो pass हो रही है. अगला point, lecture method is one way process. This is also true. During lecture method, students are passive. This is also true. Students play passive role and teacher plays active role. So correct answer is option A. Lecture method can develop reasoning, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको incorrect statement पूछी गई है. Next question, maximum participation of students during teaching is possible through lecture method, demonstration method, inductive method, textbook method. Correct answer is option C, inductive method. The inductive teaching method is a student-led approach to teaching. In the inductive approach in teaching, teachers provide learners with examples and allow them to arrive at their own conclusions. Next question. Demonstration refers to a teaching method in which learners do the process on their own, work in groups and complete the process, read from the text and internalize the steps of the process, are provided with an opportunity to observe for themselves the object or processes that they wish to learn. Correct answer is option D, are provided with an opportunity to observe for themselves the object or processes that they wish to learn. Next question, if the focus of learning is to increase skills, the most suitable methods of teaching would be learning by doing, demonstration, discussion, all of the above. Correct answer is option B, demonstration. The word demonstration means to give demos or to perform the particular activity or concept. अगला question है, which one of the following is the best method of teaching? Lecture, discussion, demonstration, narration. Correct answer is option C, demonstration. Next question, team teaching has the potential to develop competitive spirit, cooperation, the habit of supplementing the teaching of each other, highlighting the gaps in each other's teaching. Correct answer is option C, the habit of supplementing the teaching of each other. अगला question है, which of the following methods of teaching encourages the use of maximum senses? Problem solving method, laboratory method, self-study method, team teaching method. Correct answer is option B, laboratory method. Next question, in order to promote direct learning, which of the following methods would be best suited? Direct learning means independent learning that people pursue on their own. Options are discussion session, project method, team teaching method, lecture with examples. Correct answer is option B, project method. Next question, micro teaching is more effective during preparation for teaching practice, during teaching practice, after the teaching practice, always. Correct answer is option A, during preparation for teaching practice. तो जैसे कि हमने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस में, प्रीवियस वीडियोस में भी स्टडी किया था माइक्रो टीचिंग टेक्निक के बारे में. माइक्रो टीचिंग टेक्निक जो है वो टीचर ट्रेनिंग टेक्निक है. तो टीचर्स को ट्रेन करने के लिए, ताकि उनको एक्चुअल क्लास हैंडल करने में डिफ़िकल्टी ना हो, ये टेक्निक यूज़ होती है. तो इसमें 5 to 10 लोग होते हैं और 5 to 10 मिनट के लिए पढ़ाना होता है. और कई बार ये जो लोग होते हैं दे आर पीयर्स ओनली, और एक कॉलेज सुपरवाइज़र होता है, उनके सामने ही डिमॉन्स्ट्रेट करना होता है कि आप एक्चुअल क्लास में कैसे पढ़ाओगे. और फिर फीडबैक भी दिया जाता है ताकि जो टीचर है वो अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर पाए वेयर एवर ही इज़ लैकिंग, चाहे सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज में या जिस तरीके से वो लेक्चर डिलीवर कर रहा है, कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल, वॉइस टोन, टीचिंग एड्स, इन सब पर काम कर सके. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ स्केल्ड डाउन टीचिंग सिचुएशन? मैक्रो टीचिंग, टीम टीचिंग, कोऑपरेटिव टीचिंग, माइक्रो टीचिंग. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, माइक्रो टीचिंग. स्केल डाउन इसलिए कहा जाता है क्योंकि स्मॉल ग्रुप होता है, इसमें 5 to 10 लोग होते हैं और कम टाइम के लिए होती है, लाइक फॉर 5 to 20 मिनट्स. सो जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है माइक्रो टीचिंग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द बेस्ट मेथड ऑफ टीचिंग इज टू इम्पार्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन, आस्क स्टूडेंट्स टू रीड बुक्स, सजेस्ट गुड रेफरेंस मटीरियल, इनिशिएट अ डिस्कशन एंड पार्टिसिपेट इन इट. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, इनिशिएट अ डिस्कशन एंड पार्टिसिपेट इन इट. अगला क्वेश्चन है डिस्कशन मेथड कैन बी यूज्ड व्हेन द टॉपिक इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, द टॉपिक इज इजी, द टॉपिक इज डिफिकल्ट, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी, द टॉपिक इज डिफिकल्ट. Next question, discussion in class will be more effective if the topic of discussion is not introduced, stated before the start of the discussion, written on the board without introducing it, informed to the students in advance. Correct answer is option D, informed to the students in advance. Agla question, which method of teaching is known as Socratic method of teaching? Question and answer teaching method, TV or video presentation, seminar method, brainstorming method. Correct answer is option A, question and answer teaching method. So in this method, questions are asked continuously until either the student gives a wrong answer or reasoning or the teacher is satisfied with the student's responses. Next question is, which among the following method is used for drilling and practicing simulation and modeling? Kinesthetic method, heuristic method, computer assisted learning, none of these. Correct answer is option C, computer assisted learning. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following is or are considered as the offline method or methods of teaching? Team teaching method, discussion method, project method, demonstration method. So you have to choose the correct option. So the correct answer is option D, all of these. ये सभी methods offline methods of teaching हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following is the example of online method of teaching? Swayam, Swayamprabha, MOOCs. Correct answer is option D, all of these. Swayam online method of teaching was launched in which year? 2000, 2003, 2010, 2017. Correct answer is option D, 2017. To be precise, 9th July 2017. Swayam has been developed cooperatively by MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, with the help of Microsoft. The platform offers free access to everyone and hosts courses from class 9th to post-graduation. It enables professors and faculty of centrally funded institutes like IITs, IIMs, IISERs, etc. to teach students. Next question is, consider the following statements about Swayam. Swayam is designed to achieve the three cardinal principles of educating policy, that is access, equity and quality to all. So this is true. It promotes e-learning. This is also true. It provides opportunities for a lifelong learning. This is also true. So correct answer is option D, all of these. अगला क्वेश्चन है, Swayamprabha is an online learning platform which consists of how many TV channels? 12, 20, 32, 44. Correct answer is option C, 32. अगला क्वेश्चन है, MOOCs मतलब Massive Open Online Courses was set up in which year? 2000, 2003, 2008, 2011. Correct answer is option C, 2008. Choose the correct option. Computer-aided education may replace teachers. Not true. Computer-aided education can assist the user in learning, but it cannot replace teachers. Online teaching is more effective form of education. This is also not true. Face-to-face education is more effective. Teacher can be assisted by computer-aided education. True. Online and offline teaching can both replace each other. This is not true. दोनों के अपने advantages, disadvantages हैं. Both require different set of skills. Now the correct answer is option C. Teacher can be assisted by teacher-aided education. Only this statement is correct. बाकी सारी options जो हैं वो incorrect statements हैं. अगला question है, the teacher introduces a mathematical formula and rules by showing a video. The teacher gives lot of meaningful examples to demonstrate the application. It is the deductive approach, the inductive approach, the laboratory method, none of the above. Correct answer is option A, the deductive approach. So deductive और inductive approach के बारे में मैंने आपको previous questions में भी बताया था. So जो correct answer है that is option A, the deductive approach, क्योंकि यहाँ पर पहले rules बताए गए हैं, फिर examples दिए गए हैं. अगला question है, The maladjustment among teachers is, maladjustment means जब कोई अपनी biological, psychological, social needs सक्सेसफुली सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर पा रहा, अपनी पर्सनल नीड्स और सोसाइटी की एक्सपेक्टेशंस पर मैल क्यों होता है, तो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स हैं रिलेटेड टू होम, सोसाइटी, और यहाँ टीचर की बात हो रही है तो स्कूल भी एक फैक्टर हो सकता है. सो अब ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं. एक्सीडिंगली प्रिविलेंट अमंग लेडी टीचर्स, रिलेटिवली नॉन एग्जिस्टेंट, of greater incidence, of average incidence. Correct answer is option C, of greater incidence as compared to other professions. Lack of professional attitude and spirit. Most of the teachers in our schools accepted teaching as a profession not because of their interest in teaching but because they failed to secure other jobs. वर्कलोड, एक्स्ट्रा वर्क बहुत होता है, स्कूल में तो होता ही है, घर आकर भी स्कूल का काम करना होता है, इससे इमोशनल टेंशन्स होती है, मेंटल फिटीक फील होता है, पर्सनल लाइफ डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है. देन देयर इज़ इनसिक्योरिटी ऑफ सर्विसेज इन प्राइवेटली मैनेज्ड स्कूल्स आर जनरली इनसिक्योर. फिर और भी बहुत सारे कारण होते हैं लाइक पुअर सैलरी एंड लो स्टेटस, उनको प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग नहीं मिलती, लैक ऑफ रिक्रिएशनल एक्टिविटीज़, टीचर्स के बीच में आपस में हार्मनी कोऑपरेशन नहीं होता. सो ऐसे बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं दैट लीड टू मैलएडजस्टमेंट. Next question is, which of the following is not a characteristic of a good achievement test? Reliability, objectivity, ambiguity, validity. Correct answer is option C, ambiguity. Ambiguity means vagueness, something which is not clear and can be understood in more than one way. या फिर कह सकते हैं something which is confusing. Next question, by which of the following methods the true evaluation of the students is possible? Evaluation at the end of the course, evaluation twice in a year, continuous evaluation, formative evaluation. Correct answer is option C, continuous evaluation. अगला क्वेश्चन, in teaching the most effective method of evaluation is continuous and comprehensive evaluation throughout the term, conducting annual examination, maintaining cumulative records of students, semester system evaluation. Correct answer is option A, continuous and comprehensive evaluation throughout the year. Next question, evaluation of learning outcomes means gathering evidence related to students' learning, making judgments on the basis of gathered evidences related to students' learning, formal testing, awarding numerical scores. Correct answer is option B, making judgments on the basis of gathered evidences related to students' learning. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following indicates evaluation? Arun got 45 marks out of 200. Munish got 38% marks in English. Shehnaz got first division in final exams. All of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Next question is, which of the following is the most important characteristic of open book examination system? Students become serious, it improves attendance in the classroom, it reduces examination anxiety among students, it compels students to think. Correct answer is option D, it compels students to think. So open book examination में students text books या notes यूज़ कर सकते हैं आंसर्स देने के लिए. दिस टाइप ऑफ एग्जाम्स रिक्वायर students to understand the material properly and be able to apply or analyze information and content rather than just remember it. These exams provide students with a second learning opportunity to absorb and understand the course material. While reading through the textbook for answers, students will get more knowledge on the subject and can prepare for future examinations in better way. So yes, these exams compels students to think. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which one of the following types of evaluation assesses the learning progress to provide continuous feedback to both teachers and students during instruction? Placement evaluation, formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, summative evaluation. Correct answer is option B, formative evaluation. फॉर्मेटिव और समेटिव असेसमेंट के बारे में मैंने पहले भी आपको बताया था प्रीवियस वीडियोस में, मैं एक बार फिर से बता देती हूँ. फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट ऑनगोइंग फीडबैक प्रोवाइड करता है, टीचर्स को पता चलता है उनको अपनी टीचिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज कैसे इम्प्रूव करनी है और स्टूडेंट्स को पता चलता है कि वो अपनी लर्निंग कैसे इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, वाइल डिलीवरिंग लेक्चर इफ देयर इज सम डिस्टर्बेंस इन द क्लास अ टीचर शुड कीप क्वाइट फॉर अ वाइल एंड देन कंटिन्यू, पनिश दोज कॉजिंग डिस्टर्बेंस, motivate to teach those causing disturbance, not bother of what is happening in the class. Correct answer is option C, motivate to teach those causing disturbances. Next question is, failure of teacher to communicate his ideals well to the students may result in classroom indiscipline, loss of students' interest in topic being taught, increased number of absentees in the class, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. Which of the following is not an advantage of choice-based credit system? It helps learners to pursue their courses at different times. It has broadened the base of education system. Stress and anxiety of learners can be reduced through it. Chance of subjectivity is maximum as internal evaluation has 40% weightage. Correct answer is option D. Chance of subjectivity is maximum as internal evaluation has 40% weightage. CBCS, choice-based credit system, gives emphasis on the continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Chance of subjectivity is maximum in case of CBCS as internal evaluation has 40% weightage और बाकी 60% weightage होता है final exam पर. Next question is, which of the following is not true statement regarding computer-based testing? Online teaching techniques make the process of CBT. CBT focuses on a complete delivery model that encompasses preparation and testing. With CBT, the probability of error and bias increases. Although pricey, CBT is flexible and accessible. So you have to choose the incorrect statement, the statement which is not true. The correct answer is option C. With CBT, the probability of error and bias increases. CBT eliminates human error and bias. This way, it improves the quality and reliability of the test. Next question is, classroom interaction are influenced largely by students' commitment, teacher-centric environment, organized oversight, unsolicited interventions. Correct answer is option A, students' commitment. Agla question, the emphasis in memory level of teaching is on which of the following? Organization of thoughts and ideas, seeing of relationship among facts, systematic presentation to enable quick reproduction, critical thinking, mastery of concept sequencing of facts, segregating one feature from another. Correct answer is option B. So first statement, third और fifth तीनों correct है. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following teaching method or methods is or are contributive to direct learning? Team teaching and lecturing, simulation and role playing, lecture with or without use of audio visual aids, participation in workshop and assignment, MOOC and heuristics, interactive presentation. Correct answer is option A. So second, fourth and fifth तीनों correct है. अगला क्वेश्चन है, the most important feature of an adolescent learner which determines his or her social and moral development is the tendency to be away from parents, concern for hero worshipping, for emulating values and standards, mixing up with peers in the neighborhood, identity crisis. Correct answer is option B, concern for hero worshipping, for emulating values and standards. बाकी सभी ऑप्शंस भी कुछ हद तक वैलिड है, बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर पूछा गया है तो दैट इज हीरो वर्शिपिंग. Hero worshipping means to admire someone excessively. Hero worship is a very common phenomena in teenagers. अगला क्वेश्चन है, diagnostic evaluation ascertains student performance at the beginning of instructions, learning progress and failures during instructions, degree of achievements of instructions at the end, causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instructions. Correct answer is option D, causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instructions. Diagnostic evaluation helps the teacher to know the learning difficulties or gaps in learners' understanding and identifying learners' individual strengths, weakness, skills, etc. It helps the teacher to provide learners with the necessary help and guidance to overcome the problems during the teaching learning process. Basic steps जो diagnostic evaluation में होते हैं वो है identifying students who need help, locating learning difficulties or gaps, discovering those factors that are causing difficulty in learning, and removing those difficulties through remedial teaching. अगला क्वेश्चन है, below are given two lists in which list 1 specifies the 4 behavior modification techniques while list 2 indicates their exemplification. Match the two lists. The correct answer is option C. So A matches with 4th point, B with 3, C with 2 and D with 1. अगला क्वेश्चन है, मैच द फॉलोइंग स्टडी स्किल्स विद देयर इफेक्टिव लर्निंग टेक्निक्स. द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए. So A matches with 4, B matches with 3rd point, C matches with 2nd and D with 1st point. Next question, in the age of 4 Vedas, students were admitted to the Vedic schools after performance of which ceremony? Upanyan ceremony, Utsarjan ceremony, Satpat ceremony, Dhanurvidya. Correct answer is option A. Upanyan ceremony. Next question is, which of the learner characteristics will influence his or her perspective in a course of study? Correct answer is option A. So first, third और fourth तीनों correct हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the strategies in the list given below will be associated with direct teaching? Providing example and explanation, promote inquiry, focusing on concepts, giving review and recapitulation, offering practice and feedback, problem raising and problem solving. Correct answer is option C. So first, fourth and fifth तीनों सही हैं. Which of the following is an online storehouse of all academic awards like certificates, diplomas, degrees, mark sheets, etc.? Swayam, National Digital Library, National Academic Library, National Academic Depository. Correct answer is option D, National Academic Depository. It is an initiative of Government of India under the Ministry of Education, formerly the Ministry of Human Resource Development. ये एक ऑनलाइन स्टोर हाउस है जहाँ सर्टिफिकेट्स, डिप्लोमास, डिग्रीज, मार्कशीट्स एक्सेट्रा स्टोर किए जाते हैं बाय एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस, बोर्ड्स, एलिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट बॉडीज़ इन अ डिजिटल फॉर्मेट. सो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन डी, नेशनल एकेडमिक डिपॉजिटरी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ नॉन कन्वेंशनल लर्निंग प्रोग्राम इन हायर एजुकेशन? नॉन कन्वेंशनल मतलब मॉडर्न और एडवांस्ड प्रोग्राम इन हायर एजुकेशन. स्वयं, फेस टू फेस टीचिंग लर्निंग, ट्यूटोरियल क्लास, सेमिनार. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, स्वयं. Who developed the theory of multiple intelligence? So multiple intelligence के बारे में हम पहले भी स्टडी कर चुके हैं प्रीवियस वीडियोस में, जहाँ पर मैंने आपको मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में बताया था. तो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन डी, हार्वर्ड गार्डनर. Which of the following statements explain the concept of inclusive teaching? Teacher facilitates the learning of gifted students. Teacher facilitates the learning of weak students. Teacher takes support of parents of the students to make them learn. Teacher makes the students of different backgrounds to learn together in the same class. Correct answer is option D. Teacher makes the students of different backgrounds to learn together in the same class. Inclusive teaching means teaching in a way that respects the diversity of students, enables all students to take part in learning and fulfill their potential, ensures different students' learning needs and preferences are met regardless of their backgrounds, learning styles or abilities, and removes any barriers that prevent students from learning. अगला क्वेश्चन है, to organize discussion method in teaching effectively, which of the following conditions should be met? Topic be easy, that is not required. Topic be cleared in advance. Topic को पहले साफ और स्पष्ट तरीके से बताना. This is true. Topic of common interest. सभी स्टूडेंट्स को जो पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे डिस्कशन में उनकी सामान्य रुचि होनी चाहिए, तभी सभी एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है किसी को इकोनॉमिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है और आप उन्हें हिस्ट्री के टॉपिक पर डिस्कशन करने को बोल रहे हो. So the topic should be of common interest. Availability of more than one teacher, this is not required. लैंग्वेज फैसिलिटी ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स, लैंग्वेज स्किल्स सबकी अच्छी होनी चाहिए, सेम होनी चाहिए. अगर क्लासरूम में डिफरेंट लिंग्विस्टिक एबिलिटी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कोई इंग्लिश अच्छी बोलता है पर हिंदी नहीं आती, कोई हिंदी अच्छी बोलता है पर इंग्लिश नहीं समझ पाता, तो डिस्कशन सक्सेसफुल नहीं रहेगी. डिस्कशन के लिए एक दूसरे को समझना ज़रूरी है. Now you have to select appropriate answer from the options given below. The correct answer is option A. So second, third और fifth तीनों करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, फ्रॉम द लिस्ट ऑफ द इफेक्टिव टीचिंग बिहेवियर आइडेंटिफाई दोज विच आर कॉल्ड की बिहेवियर्स. सो आपको सभी ऑप्शंस सही लगेंगी बट आपको मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सेलेक्ट करनी है. तो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन ए. सो फर्स्ट, फोर्थ और फिफ्थ पॉइंट तीनों सही हैं. In a classroom situation, a teacher organizes group discussion to help arrive at a solution of a problem in terms of model of communication used. It will be called transactional model, interaction model, horizontal model, linear model. Correct answer is option A, transactional model. जो everyday talk and interactions होती हैं वो transactional model of communication पर ही based होती हैं, where both sender and receiver are involved and each take turns to send or receive message. तो discussion भी transactional model पर ही based है. Next question is, when the learning outcomes of students are ensured with employment of less resources and efforts on the part of a teacher and more initiative for self-learning is evident, which of the following expression will describe the teacher most appropriately? So जब टीचर के efforts कम है, सेल्फ लर्निंग ज़्यादा है, तो उस केस में टीचर क्या है? सक्सेसफुल है, इफेक्टिव है, इंटेलिजेंट है, प्रैक्टिकल है. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, टीचर इज इफेक्टिव. इफेक्टिव टीचर इज वन हु फोकसेस अटेंशन ऑन स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड लर्निंग, where the teacher encourages the students to indulge in self-learning techniques. The teacher motivates the learner to actively construct knowledge, creates a conductive and safe learning environment that allows students to speak freely without any fear. तो यहाँ जो करेक्ट आंसर है दैट इज ऑप्शन बी, टीचर इज इफेक्टिव. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, पेयर ग्रुप इंटरैक्शन इन अ क्लासरूम हेल्प्स इन concept understanding, realization of one's understanding, repo building, questionnaire. Correct answer is option A, concept understanding. Next question is, listening is important for a teacher to address the requirement of the learner, gain knowledge, keep the learner in good humor, evaluate the learner for the progress made. Correct answer is option D, evaluate the learner for the progress made. Next question, inclusive education implies ensuring learning outcomes of every child to be the same, including the disabled in the mainstream, provides compulsory education for children below 14 years, ensuring that no child is left behind in education. Correct answer is option D, ensuring that no child is left behind in education. Next question, reflective practice implies use of one's cognition, metacognition or cognition, reinforcement of learning. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, मेटाकॉग्निशन. रिफ्लेक्टिव प्रैक्टिस का कॉन्सेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया था डोनाल्ड स्कॉन ने 1987 में. इट इज़ अ प्रोसेस ऑफ रिफाइनिंग वंस स्किल्स. इट इज़ डेलिबरेट, पर्पसफुल, मेटाकॉग्निटिव थिंकिंग और एक्शन इन विच एजुकेटर्स एंगेज टू इम्प्रूव देयर प्रोफेशनल प्रैक्टिस. मेटा का मतलब है बियॉन्ड और ऑन टॉप. मेटाकॉग्निशन का मतलब है थिंकिंग अबाउट थिंकिंग, अवेयरनेस अबाउट वंस अवेयरनेस. तो रिफ्लेक्टिव टीचिंग में टीचर सोचता है अपनी टीचिंग प्रैक्टिस के बारे में, कैसे क्या पढ़ाया गया और कैसे उसे इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है ताकि बेटर लर्निंग रिजल्ट्स या आउटकम्स आए. सो जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन बी. Which of the following is an example of high order of cognition learning outcomes? Learning of facts and their sequences, learning roles and action sequences, learning of concepts and abstraction, learning of awareness and valuing. Correct answer is option C, learning of concepts and abstraction. अगला क्वेश्चन है, Instructions which encourage live participation and interaction through online classes are called synchronous instruction, asynchronous instructions, traditional instructions, theoretical instructions. Correct answer is option A, synchronous instructions. Synchronous instruction is offered in real time, जहाँ learner और instructor दोनों present होते हैं at same place, at the same time, in order for learning to take place. This includes in-person classes or live online meetings when the whole class or smaller group get together. फिर एक होता है asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning is student-centered teaching method. It allows students to learn on their own schedule within a certain time frame. They can access and complete lectures, readings, homework and other learning materials at any time during a 1 or 2 week period. तो जो लाइव वीडियो लर्निंग होती है, जहाँ लाइव पार्टिसिपेशन एंड इंटरेक्शन होती है टीचर और स्टूडेंट के बीच में, वो सिंक्रोनस लर्निंग होती है. और जहाँ लाइव इंटरेक्शन नहीं होती है, दैट इज एसिंक्रोनस लर्निंग. अगला क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट आर द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन प्लान? पर्पस, रिसोर्स, एनालिसिस, अथॉरिटी. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी. सो फर्स्ट, सेकेंड और थर्ड पॉइंट तीनों करेक्ट हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द की बिहेवियर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटिंग टू अफेक्टिव टीचिंग? Summarizing what was told by a student, encouraging students to elaborate on an answer, using direct and indirect questioning, explaining concepts in a logical step-by-step presentation. Correct answer is option D. Explaining concepts in a logical step-by-step presentation. Next question, which type of evaluation focuses on the identification of deficiencies and difficulties of the learner? Summative evaluation, follow-up evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, criterion referenced evaluation. Correct answer is option C, diagnostic evaluation. Diagnostic evaluation means to diagnose or discover the student's difficulties while learning and assess the problem accurately. So learning के दौरान जो evaluation होता है, that is diagnostic evaluation. अगला क्वेश्चन है, ज्ञानवाणी लॉन्च्ड बाय इग्नू टू कवर द एजुकेशनल नीड्स ऑफ इंडिया रेफर टू सैटेलाइट बेस्ड एजुकेशनल टीवी चैनल, एजुकेशनल एफएम रेडियो नेटवर्क, ग्लोबल इनिशिएटिव ऑफ एकेडमिक नेटवर्क्स, MOOC मतलब मैसिव ओपन ऑनलाइन कोर्सेस. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, एजुकेशनल एफएम रेडियो नेटवर्क. ज्ञानवाणी एक एजुकेशनल एफएम रेडियो स्टेशन है. ज्ञानवाणी स्टेशंस ऑपरेट एज अ मीडिया कोऑपरेटिव with the day-to-day programs being contributed by various educational institutions, NGOs, government and semi-government organizations, UN agencies, ministries such as agriculture, environment, health, women and child welfare, science and technology, etc. Besides national level institutions such as NCERT, NIOS and state open universities. Each Gyanvani station has a range of about 60 km and covers an entire city including the adjoining rural areas. The medium of broadcast is English, Hindi or language of the region. अगला क्वेश्चन है, cone of experience related to teaching learning was suggested by John Dewey, Kilpatrick, Froebel, Edgar Dale. Correct answer is option D, Edgar Dale. The concept of cone of experience was given by Edgar Dale in 1946. It is related to instructional design and learning processes. The learning experiences are placed at hierarchical manner in the cone with reference to their relative position in the teaching learning process. Edgar Dale के accordingly, learners retain more information by what they do as opposed to what is heard, read or observed. Next question is, which of the following is a social characteristic of a learner? power of sensory perception, thinking ability, power of synthetic imagination, ability to relate oneself with others. Correct answer is option D, ability to relate oneself with others. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which is the characteristic of formative evaluation? Evaluation occurs at the terminal point. Evaluation is used before program design. Evaluation relates to indicating learning outcome of teaching. Evaluation is conducted during teaching. फॉर्मेटिव इवैल्यूएशन के बारे में हमने पहले भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस में स्टडी किया है. प्रीवियस वीडियोस में भी मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि फॉर्मेटिव और समेटिव इवैल्यूएशन क्या होता है. सो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन डी, इवैल्यूएशन इज कंडक्टेड ड्यूरिंग टीचिंग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच अमंग द फॉलोइंग इज अ नॉन कॉग्निटिव कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ लर्नर? रिकॉलिंग, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, आइडेंटिफाइंग इंपॉर्टेंट सेंसरी इनपुट्स, बिलीविंग व्हाट इज ट्रू. Correct answer is option D, believing what is true. अगला क्वेश्चन है, the field of study which uses role playing, simulation and self evaluation as strategies for adult learner is known as pedagogy, andragogy, anthropology, psychology. Correct answer is option B, andragogy. Next question is, which psychologist formulated the theory in which interaction is considered the most important in language development of a child? Correct answer is option B, Lev Vygotsky. The classic theory of cognitive development proposed by Lev Vygotsky underscores how social interaction can facilitate the development for play, language and other cognitive skills such as attention and memory. Next question is, Vygotsky emphasized the significance of the role played by which of the following factors in the learning of children? Moral, physical, social, hereditary. Correct answer is option C, social. Vygotsky ने एक सोशो कल्चरल थ्योरी ऑफ लर्निंग दी थी. उनके अकॉर्डिंगली लर्निंग तब होती है जब बच्चे इंटरैक्ट करते हैं लोगों के साथ, अपने आसपास के एनवायरनमेंट के साथ. He believed that children learn best in the company of the more knowledgeable other, जो कि पेरेंट्स भी हो सकते हैं, टीचर भी हो सकते हैं, पीयर भी हो सकते हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है, रेडीनेस फॉर लर्निंग रेफर्स टू जनरल एबिलिटी लेवल ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, प्रेजेंट कॉग्निटिव लेवल ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स इन द लर्निंग कॉन्टिन्यूम, सेटिस्फाइंग नेचर ऑफ द एक्ट ऑफ लर्निंग, थॉर्नडाइक्स लॉ ऑफ रेडीनेस. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, present cognitive level of students in the learning continuum. So readiness for learning का मतलब है degree of inquisitiveness of an individual to learn. Inquisitiveness का मतलब है जिज्ञासा. So students learn best when they are ready to learn. जब उनके अंदर जिज्ञासा होती है, eagerness होती है, interest होता है, curiousness होती है. Next question is, when children learn a concept and use it, practice helps in reducing the errors committed by them. This idea was given by, correct answer is option A, E.L. Thorndike. Next question is, according to the theory of social learning of Albert Bandura, which of the following is true? Play is essential and should be given priority in school. Modeling is the principal way for children to learn. An unresolved crisis can harm a child. Cognitive development is independent of social development. Correct answer is option C, an unresolved crisis can harm a child. Albert Bandura ने अपनी theory में बताया था कि how and why people learn. इसमें observing और modeling का बहुत important role होता है. एक टॉडलर, एक छोटा बच्चा अपने आसपास के लोगों को, स्पेशली अपने पेरेंट्स को, सिबलिंग्स को देखता है, ऑब्जर्व करता है, मिमिक करता है. अ चाइल्ड गोज थ्रू वेरियस स्टेजेस और तब जाकर उसकी पर्सनालिटी डेवलप होती है. एनी अनरिजॉल्व्ड crisis can harm a child as it will affect the development of his personality, which will not come as expected. Next question is, according to Kohlberg, a teacher can instill moral values in children by laying clear rules of behavior, involving them in discussions on moral issues, giving strict instructions on how to behave, giving importance to religious teachings. Correct answer is option B, involving them in discussions on moral values. Kohlberg's theory proposes that there are 3 levels of moral development. और हर एक लेवल 2 स्टेजेस में डिवाइडेड है। कोलबर्ग सजेस्टेड दैट पीपल मूव थ्रू दीज स्टेजेस इन अ फिक्स्ड ऑर्डर एंड दैट मॉरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज लिंक्ड टू कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट। अगर आप डिटेल में ये मॉडल स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, आप चाहते हैं कि मैं इस मॉडल पर वीडियो अपलोड करूं, तो आप मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में बता सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन हैज़ द एलिमेंट्स एक्सेप्ट reading books to find answers, encouraging to find answers, group discussions, collaborative learning. Correct answer is option A, reading books to find answers. Active learning is an approach to instruction that involves actively engaging students with the course material through discussions, problem solving, case studies, role plays and other methods. Agla question, the factor G in the Spearman definition of intelligence stands for genetic intelligence, generative intelligence, general intelligence, global intelligence. Correct answer is option C, general intelligence. General intelligence को G factor भी बोला जाता है। General intelligence मतलब general mental ability, जिसमें आती हैं multiple specific skills including verbal, spatial, numerical and mechanical skills. Next question is, in Vygotsky's theory, which aspect of development gets neglected? Social, cultural, biological, linguistic. Correct answer is option C, biological. Vygotsky के accordingly social interaction is fundamental to cognitive development. So social interaction plays a critical role in child's learning. So इनके accordingly human development एक socially mediated process है, जहां बच्चे कल्चरल वैल्यूज, बिलीव्स, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स एक्वायर करते हैं थ्रू डायलॉग्स विद मोर नॉलेजेबल मेंबर्स ऑफ सोसाइटी। सो यहाँ सोशल इंटरैक्शन का रोल है, कल्चर का रोल है और लैंग्वेज का रोल है इन चाइल्ड्स डेवलपमेंट। But Vygotsky neglected biological aspect of development. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following is a form of Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence? Practical intelligence, experimental intelligence, resourceful intelligence, mathematical intelligence. Correct answer is option A, practical intelligence. Triarchic theory of intelligence was proposed by psychologist Robert J. Sternberg. According to this theory, there are 3 types of intelligence. Practical, that is ability to get along in different contexts. Creative, that is ability to come up with new ideas. And analytical, मतलब ability to evaluate information and solve problems. तो यहाँ जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन ए, प्रैक्टिकल इंटेलिजेंस। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, माइक्रो टीचिंग इज स्केल्ड डाउन टीचिंग, इफेक्टिव टीचिंग, इवैल्यूएशन टीचिंग, रियल टीचिंग। करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, स्केल्ड डाउन टीचिंग। माइक्रो टीचिंग एक स्केल्ड डाउन टीचर ट्रेनिंग टेक्निक है जहाँ टीचर स्मॉल ग्रुप को पढ़ाते हैं, लाइक 5 pupils for a small period of time, like from 5 to 20 minutes. Such a situation offers a helpful setting for an experienced or inexperienced teacher to acquire new teaching skills and to refine old ones. Next question, which step is prominent in the syntax of teaching model of memory level and understanding level? Planning, exploration, journalization, presentation. Correct answer is option D, presentation. Presentation step is prominent in the syntax of teaching model of memory level and understanding level. It is the most important step as it gives the major status or importance to the subject matter. Next question, if a teacher finds a problematic child in the class, what should he do? Send the child back to home immediately, ignore the child, punish the child, provide counseling to the child. Correct answer is option D, provide counseling to the child. Teachers carry a huge responsibility to shape and mold future generations and contribute to their student success. उनको student से related बहुत सारी problems के साथ deal करना होता है, tackle करना होता है, और उनमें से एक है behavior related problem, जो कि हर teacher को, हर institution को face करनी ही पड़ती है. In the above mentioned situation, the teacher should provide counseling to the child, as it will help the teacher to recognize the root of the child's problem, better relate to child's unacceptable behavior, and he can assist the child with proper guidance in the right way. अगला क्वेश्चन है, who is basically linked with FIACS? Flander, Morrison, Herbert, Lippert. Correct answer is option A, Flander. Flander Interaction Analysis Category System records what teachers and students say during teaching and learning process. Besides that, the technique allows the teachers see exactly what kind of verbal interaction they use and what kind of response is given by the students. It is basically a system of interaction analysis to study what is happening in a classroom when a teacher teaches. Next question, understanding human growth and development enables the teacher to gain control of learners' emotions while teaching, be clear about teaching diverse learners, tell students how they can improve their lives, practice teaching in an unbiased way. Correct answer is option B, be clear about teaching diverse learners. तो अगर टीचर को ह्यूमन ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट की नॉलेज है तो वो अलग अलग तरह के लर्नर्स को समझ पाएंगे, उनकी साइकोलॉजी को समझ पाएंगे, उनकी नीड्स को समझ पाएंगे और इंडिविजुअल डिफरेंसेस के बेसिस पर टीचिंग प्लान डिज़ाइन कर पाएंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अमंग द फॉलोइंग विच एस्पेक्ट इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट? नर्वस सिस्टम, बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर, एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड्स, परसेप्शन. Correct answer is option D, perception. Perception is a psychological process, not physical process. Agla question, Dash believed that cognitive development occurs in a socio-cultural context. Piaget, Erikson, Vygotsky, Freud. Correct answer is option C, Vygotsky. So Lev Vygotsky ने socio-cultural theory of cognitive development दी थी, जिसके बारे में हमने previous questions में भी पढ़ा है. According to him, human development is a socially mediated process in which children acquire their cultural values, beliefs and problem-solving strategies through collaborative dialogues with more knowledgeable members of society. Next question, total time taken in Indian model of micro-teaching is 30 minute, 40 minute, 36 minute, 45 minute. Correct answer is option C, 36 minute. माइक्रो टीचिंग के बारे में हमने प्रीवियस वीडियोस में भी स्टडी किया था. इट इज़ अ टीचर ट्रेनिंग टेक्निक एंड इज़ अप्लाइड एट वेरियस प्री सर्विस एंड इन सर्विस स्टेजेस इन द प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ टीचर्स. माइक्रो टीचिंग में टीचिंग टाइम होता है 6 मिनट्स, फीडबैक 6 मिनट्स, रीप्लानिंग के लिए मिलते हैं 12 मिनट्स, रीटीचिंग के लिए 6 मिनट्स, रीफीडबैक 6 मिनट्स. सो टोटल 36 मिनट्स. सो यहाँ करेक्ट आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, 36 मिनट्स. Next question, Dash is a very detailed and specific plan consisting of intended learning outcomes, description of teaching learning strategies and activities and actual tool for assessment of learning outcome. Unit plan, yearly plan, lesson plan, both A and C. Correct answer is option D, both A and C. Next question, which principles states that best learning takes place when the teacher is successful in arousing the interest of a student? Principle of motivation, principle of stimulation, principle of goal setting, principle of association. Correct answer is option B, principle of stimulation. टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस को इफेक्टिव बनाने में बहुत सारी टेक्निक्स यूज़ होती हैं, जैसे बच्चों में इंटरेस्ट क्रिएट करना ताकि वो एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करें टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस में. इसे कहते हैं प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टिमुलेशन. Then there is principle of motivation that encourages students to think independently and construct knowledge of their own. फिर एक principle of goal setting भी होता है ताकि students अपनी skills develop कर सकें, and this development should be such that it helps them to achieve their goals. Then there is principle of association. It connects child's previous knowledge with the real life situation. Next question is, primary objective of assessments should be assigning rank to students, understanding children's clarity and confusions about related concepts, labeling students as per their score, marking pass or fail in the report cards. Correct answer is option B, understanding children's clarity and confusions about related concepts. प्राइमरी पर्पस असेसमेंट का है स्टूडेंट्स की लर्निंग इम्प्रूव करना और टीचर्स की टीचिंग इम्प्रूव करना, और ये एक ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस है विच अराइजेज आउट ऑफ द इंटरैक्शन बिटवीन टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग. Next question, which of the following statements about intelligence is correct? Intelligence is a fixed ability determined at the time of birth only. Intelligence can be accurately measured and determined by using standardized tests. Intelligence is unitary factor and a single trait. Intelligence is multidimensional and a set of complex abilities. Correct answer is option D. Intelligence is multidimensional and a set of complex abilities. So option D correct statement है, बाकी सारी जो statements हैं वो incorrect है. हार्वर्ड गार्डनर की जो थ्योरी है थ्योरी ऑफ मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस, उसके अकॉर्डिंगली इंटेलिजेंस इज फॉर्म्ड आउट ऑफ मल्टीपल एबिलिटीज. So it is multidimensional. He recognizes 8 intelligences. और वो क्या है? Linguistic, musical, spatial, intrapersonal, interpersonal, logical or mathematical, bodily kinesthetic, and naturalist. बाकी की जो ऑप्शंस हैं, इंटेलिजेंस इज अ फिक्स्ड एबिलिटी. इट इज नॉट फिक्स्ड, इट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग and it can be determined at the time of birth only. This is also not true क्योंकि age के साथ intelligence increase होती है. अगली statement, intelligence can be accurately measured and determined by using standardized test. This is also not true. IQ test से आप general intelligence test कर सकते हैं, but intelligence एक complex thought process है, कोई एक single test use नहीं कर सकते intelligence को measure करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, इंटेलिजेंस इज यूनिटरी फैक्टर एंड अ सिंगल ट्रेट. ये भी सही नहीं है. इंटेलिजेंस मल्टी डायमेंशनल है. इट इज अ सेट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स एबिलिटीज. इट इन्वॉल्व्स वर्बल कॉम्प्रीहेंशन, न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटीज, स्पेशल रिलेशंस, मेमोरी एटसेट्रा. जैसे हार्वर्ड गार्डनर ने भी मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स दिए हैं. सो यहाँ पे जो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है दैट इज ऑप्शन डी. अगला क्वेश्चन है, इन अ सिचुएशन ऑफ लेस पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स बिलोंगिंग टू अ डिप्राइव्ड ग्रुप इन टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस, अ टीचर शुड ask the children to withdraw from school, accept the situation as it is, lower his or her expectations from such students, reflect on his or her own teaching and find ways to improve students' involvement. Correct answer is option D. Reflect on his or her own teaching and find ways to improve students' involvement. Moving on to the next question, in an inclusive classroom, a teacher dash individualized education plans. Should not prepare, should occasionally prepare, should actively prepare, should discourage the preparation. Correct answer is option C, should actively prepare. Inclusive education refers to all students being able to access and gain equal opportunities to education and learning. Agla question, the concept of inclusive education as advocated in the Right to Education Act 2009 is based on the behavioristic principles, a sympathetic attitude towards disabled, a right-based humanistic perspective, mainstreaming of the disabled by offering them primary vocational education. Correct answer is option C, a right-based humanistic perspective. Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act या Right to Education Act is an act of the Parliament of India enacted on 4th August 2009, which describes the modalities of the importance of free and compulsory education for children between the age of 6 to 14 years in India under Article 21A. Next question is, in the constructivist framework, learning is primarily based on rote memory, centered around reinforcement, acquired through conditioning, focused on the process of meaning making. Correct answer is option D, focused on the process of meaning making. Constructivism एक learning theory है psychology की, जो बताती है कि लोग कैसे knowledge acquire कर सकते हैं. It has direct application to education. The theory suggests that humans construct knowledge and meaning from their experiences. So it is focused on the process of meaning making. Next question is, emotions and cognition are dash each other, independent of, completely separate from, interwoven with, not related to. Correct answer is option C, interwoven with. Emotions and cognition are interwoven with each other. अगला क्वेश्चन, हाउ कैन टीचर्स फैसिलिटेट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन चिल्ड्रन? By delivering a lecture, by organizing competitive events, by repetitive mechanical drill, by providing opportunities for exploration and discussion. Correct answer is option D, by providing opportunities for exploration and discussion. अगला क्वेश्चन, a primary school teacher can encourage children to become effective problem solvers by offering materialistic rewards for every small task, emphasizing only one procedural knowledge, dismissing and penalizing incorrect answers, encouraging children to make intuitive guesses and then brainstorming on the same. Correct answer is option D, encouraging children to make intuitive guesses and then brainstorming on the same. Agla question, the primary cause of individual variation is the genetic code received by the individuals from birth, the inborn characteristics, the environmental influences, the complex interplay between the heredity and the environments. Correct answer is option A, the genetic code received by the individuals from birth. Next question is, one of the critics of standardized tests has been that the language is difficult to understand. The tests cannot be administered on large population. They do not give a clear picture of child's ability. They represent largely the mainstream culture and are therefore biased. Correct answer is option C. They do not give a clear picture of child's ability because they are based on certain parameters which may or may not be an attribute of the child at all times. अगला question है, the theory of multiple intelligence says that intelligence can be several kinds. Paper pencil tests are not helpful. Intelligence can be multiplied with effective pedagogy. Intelligence can be rapidly accelerated. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, इंटेलिजेंस कैन बी सेवरल काइंड्स. ये थियोरी हमने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस में भी स्टडी की है. मैं एक बार फिर से बता देती हूँ. द थियोरी ऑफ मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस वाज डेवलप्ड बाय डॉक्टर हार्वर्ड गार्डनर इन 1983. He suggested that all people have different kinds of intelligences. According to Gardner, there are 8 intelligences जो मैं पहले भी आपको बता चुकी हूँ. The theory suggests that students possesses different kinds of mind, therefore they learn, remember, perform and understand in different ways. Next question, teacher can utilize both assessment for learning and assessment of learning to know learning needs of child and select teaching strategy accordingly, assess child's performance at periodic intervals and certify his or her performance, monitor children's progress and set appropriate goals to fill their learning gaps, know children's progress and achievement level. Correct answer is option A, know learning needs of child and select teaching strategy accordingly. अगला क्वेश्चन है, which of the following is not related to continuous and comprehensive evaluation? It is an integral part of teaching learning process. It focuses on child's achievement in different learning areas. It is useful to label children as slow, poor or intelligent. It has been mandated by the Right to Education Act of India. Correct answer is option C. It is useful to label children as slow, poor or intelligent. So आपको वो स्टेटमेंट निकालनी है जो कॉन्टिन्यूस एंड कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इवैल्यूएशन से रिलेटेड नहीं है. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी. It is useful to label children as low, poor or intelligent. So this statement is not correct about continuous and comprehensive evaluation. अगला क्वेश्चन है giftedness in children can be attributed to resource rich environments, successful parents, a disciplined routine and interplay between heredity and environment. Correct answer is option D, and interplay between heredity and environment. जो गिफ्टेड स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं उनकी रीजनिंग एबिलिटी हाई होती है, क्रिएटिविटी ज़्यादा होती है, क्यूरियोसिटी लेवल भी ज़्यादा होता है एंड दे हैव एन एक्सीलेंट मेमोरी. अगला क्वेश्चन है चिल्ड्रन कमिंग फ्रॉम सोशो इकोनॉमिकली डिसएडवांटेज्ड बैकग्राउंड्स नीड अ क्लासरूम एनवायरनमेंट व्हिच values and uses their cultural and linguistic knowledge, discourages the use of their language so that they learn the mainstream language, categorizes children based on their abilities, teaches them good behavior. Correct answer is option A. Values and uses their cultural and linguistic knowledge. As such kids are deprived from basic knowledge due to lack of economic sources, they can only be taught if they are given knowledge which is based on their mother tongue and given preferences accordingly. Next question, the intervention needed for creative and talented children in the classroom rests on giving extra time to them, being affectionate towards them, giving them the responsibility of teaching other children, use of customized and stimulating instructional methods by the teacher. Correct answer is option D, use of customized and stimulating instructional methods by the teacher. अगला क्वेश्चन है which of the following ways is not a suitable way to help hyperactive children learn? Offering alternative ways of learning, including physical activity in their daily schedule, reprimanding them often for being restless, reprimanding मतलब डांटना, फटकारना, breaking up a task into small manageable segments. Correct answer is option C. Reprimanding for their restlessness is not the solution to deal with the creative child, as his thought process makes him so. Hyperactive बच्चों में बहुत एनर्जी होती है. They learn best when they are engaged in the process. उनसे आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि वो एक जगह पर बैठ के शांति से लेक्चर सुने. They learn by doing, not by listening. So टीचर डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज़ के थ्रू ऐसे बच्चों को एंगेज्ड रख सकते हैं. अगला क्वेश्चन है which one of the following does not describe the ways in which a teacher can model problem solving for children in the classroom? Be honest, making mistakes while solving something, use vocabulary like think, ideas, trial and different answers, ask questions with convergent answers. Convergent answers मतलब questions जिनका एक ही solution है, there is a single correct answer. Divergent answers भी होते हैं where there can be several possibilities, जहाँ क्रिएटिविटी का यूज़ हो सकता है. नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन है डिस्कस योर थॉट प्रोसेस अबाउट सॉल्विंग अ पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी. आस्क क्वेश्चंस विद कन्वर्जेंट आंसर्स. So asking the questions with convergent answers will not help a child to become problem solver. A child should be given a chance to solve a problem independently so that he can apply his thought process. He can create multiple innovative ideas to solve a problem. अगला क्वेश्चन है which of the following best describes a teacher's role? A teacher should adhere to the prescribed textbook. Completing the syllabus on time, leaving enough time for revision is important. Creating a relaxed space where children learn through dialogue and inquiry. Teachers' most important role in the classroom is to maintain discipline. Correct answer is option C, creating a relaxed space where children learn through dialogue and inquiry. Agla question, which one of the following classrooms encourages rich learning? A classroom with open activity corners and a variety of children's literature in open shelves, accessible any time of the day. A classroom with neatly organized material in cupboards, brought out once a week for free play. A classroom with structured and planned learning driven by textbook content. A classroom with a variety of material displayed in the class beyond the reach of children so that the material lasts longer. Correct answer is option A, a classroom with open activity corners and a variety of children's literature in open shelves accessible any time of the day. Rich learning can be activated in a classroom by giving a child an opportunity to have open activity where he can prove his creativity and feel independent. He should be given freedom to choose the learning material which suits his caliber and interest. Agla question, which one of the following best describes the role of textbooks in the classroom? They maintain homogeneity in learning across a state or nation. They provide guidance to teachers and parents about the course of study. They form the most essential learning resources in a resource-starved context. They are one of the resources and reference materials available in the class. Correct answer is option D. They are one of the resources and reference materials available in the class. अगला क्वेश्चन है, द नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क 2005 derives its understanding from behaviorism, constructivism, cognitive theories, humanism. Correct answer is option B, constructivism. Constructivism is the theory that says learners construct knowledge rather than just passively take in the information. मतलब नॉलेज एज इट इज़ नहीं ली जाती, बट जो लर्नर है अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस के बेसिस पर, अपनी प्रायर नॉलेज के बेसिस पर मीनिंग अटैच करते हैं. सो लर्निंग इज़ नॉट अ पैसिव प्रोसेस वे लर्नर इज़ लाइक एन एम्प्टी वेसल और टीचर बस उसमें नॉलेज डाल रहा है, बट इट इज़ एन एक्टिव प्रोसेस. लर्नर्स कंस्ट्रक्ट मीनिंग ओनली थ्रू एक्टिव एंगेजमेंट विद द वर्ल्ड, such as experiments or real world problem solving. Information may be passively received, but understanding cannot be, because it must come from making meaningful connections between prior knowledge, new knowledge, and the processes involved in the learning. Teachers should also provide constructive study material to make students learn and understand in the effective way. Next question, the children in a class can be considered to be motivated if they maintain discipline in the class, all are regular in attendance, they ask questions seeking clarification from the teacher, they come to schools neatly dressed in uniform. Correct answer is option C, they ask questions seeking clarification from the teacher. Next question is, which one of the following is the most suitable to improve children's learning? Teachers should explain the content using different examples and illustrations. All types of learning material should be there in the class. Teachers should facilitate children to interact with each other on real life situations. Regular assessment should be conducted. Correct answer is option C. टीचर को चाहिए कि वो स्टूडेंट्स को सोशलाइज करने दें ताकि वो अपने क्लासमेट से, फ्रेंड्स से रियल लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करें, डिस्कस करें. इट विल हेल्प देम इम्प्रूव देयर लर्निंग एज दे हैव डेवलप्ड अ comfort level with their fellow beings and with teacher too. Teachers should also interact with children and should share real life situations to understand basic psychology of the children. Next question is, play has a significant role in development of young children for the following reasons, except it stimulates their senses, it is just a pleasant way to spend time, they acquire new skills and learn when to use them, they gain mastery over their body. Correct answer is option B, it is just a pleasant way to spend time. Play is not just a pleasant way to spend time, it is the source of energy and rejuvenation for a child. His mind develops and he feels fresh after playing the games of his interests. Agla question hai, which one of the following questions invites children to think critically? What is the right answer? Can you think of a similar situation? What are the different ways in which we can solve this? Do you know the answer to this? Correct answer is option C. What are the different ways in which we can solve this? By asking students the different ways of solving a single problem will make them think critically about the problem. They will become critical thinkers and in future they will analyze the problem and then apply the method to solve it. Next question is, which one of the following statements about progressive education explains education is life itself? Schools are not required, children can learn from their life experiences. Education in schools should reflect the social and natural world. Life is the true educator. School education should continue as long as possible. Correct answer is option C. Life is the true educator. Life is true educator as life teaches with experiences and real life encounters with the things taught in the books. Next question is, the name curriculum in the field of education refers to methods of teaching and the content to be taught, overall program for the school which students experience on a day-to-day basis, evaluation process, text material to be used in the class. Correct answer is option B, overall program of the school which students experience on the day-to-day basis. Agla question, at lower classes, playway method of teaching is based on theory of physical education programs, principles of methods of teaching, psychological principles of development and growth, sociological principles of teaching. Correct answer is option C, psychological principles of development and growth. Agla question, to make assessment a useful and interesting process, one should be careful about making comparison between different students, labeling students as intelligent or average, using a variety of ways to collect information about the students' learning across the scholastic and co-scholastic boundaries, using technical languages to give feedback. Correct answer is option C. Using a variety of ways to collect information about the students' learning across the scholastic and co-scholastic boundaries. Agla question, children actively construct their understanding of the world is a statement attributed to Piaget, Pavlov, Kohlberg, Skinner. Correct answer is option A, Piaget. Next question is, a teacher should make an attempt to understand the potentialities of her or his students. Which of the following fields is related to this objective? Educational sociology, social philosophy, media psychology, educational psychology. Correct answer is option D, educational psychology. Agla question, which of the following should be considered the most important quality of a teacher at primary level? Eagerness to teach, patience and perseverance, competence in methods of teaching and knowledge of subjects, competence to teach in highly standardized language. Correct answer is option B, patience and perseverance. Next question is, according to Piaget theory, which one out of the following will not influence one's cognitive development? Language, social experiences, maturation, activity. Correct answer is option B, social experiences. So ये क्वेश्चन आंसर करने के लिए आपको पिएजे थ्योरी के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. ये थ्योरी दी थी जीन पिएजे ने, जो कि एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट थे. उनके अकॉर्डिंगली जैसे जैसे बच्चे ग्रो करते हैं उनकी इंटेलिजेंस चेंज होती रहती है. इंटेलिजेंस चेंजेस एज चिल्ड्रन ग्रो. उन्होंने कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट की 4 स्टेजेस दी हैं, और वो कौन कौन सी है? सेंसरी मोटर, जो कि आती है बर्थ से लेकर 2 इयर्स की एज तक. इस स्टेज का जो प्रोमिनेंट फीचर है, जो की फीचर है, दैट इज ऑब्जेक्ट परमानेंस. इस स्टेज में बच्चे अपनी सेंसेस यूज करते हैं, अपने एक्शंस के थ्रू दे एक्सप्लोर एंड लर्न अबाउट देयर सराउंडिंग एनवायरनमेंट. यहाँ पर लैंग्वेज डेवलप होना स्टार्ट हो जाती है, एंड चिल्ड्रन स्टार्ट रिप्रेजेंटिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड फीलिंग्स थ्रू वर्ड्स. They start to store information they know about the world, label it and recall it. Next stage is pre-operational stage, which is between 2 to 7 years. इस stage का जो key feature है, that is symbolic thought. In this stage, children symbolically think about things, not logically but symbolically. उनके हिसाब से जो toys होते हैं or the cartoons they watch on TV are also living things and they have feelings too. So अपने नज़रिए से दुनिया को देखते हैं, ना कि जैसे दुनिया है. They are ego-centered and self-centered. इसके बाद आती है concrete operational stage, which is between 7 to 11 years. इसका की फीचर है लॉजिकल थॉट. यहाँ पर लॉजिकल थिंकिंग स्टार्ट हो जाती है. चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट ईगोसेंट्रिक नाउ, क्योंकि अब वो दूसरों की फीलिंग्स और दूसरे क्या सोचते हैं उसे भी समझते हैं. और लास्ट स्टेज है फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल स्टेज, जो कि स्टार्ट होती है 12 ईयर्स से. सो 12 ईयर्स एंड बियॉन्ड की जो स्टेज है, दैट इज फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल स्टेज, एंड द की फीचर इज सिम्बॉलिक रीजनिंग. एट दिस स्टेज scientific thinking is developed. They formulate hypotheses and abstract theories as and whenever needed. So this is Piaget theory. आप देख सकते हो इस थ्योरी में सोशल इंटरैक्शन की कोई बात नहीं हुई है. इट इज़ ऑल अबाउट बायोलॉजिकल मैचुरेशन एंड एनवायरमेंटल एक्सपीरियंसेस. एज पर विगोट्स्की, जिनके बारे में हमने लास्ट वीडियो में भी पढ़ा था, उनके अकॉर्डिंगली सोशल इंटरैक्शन plays a critical role in child's learning. But Piaget की जो थ्योरी है उसमें बायोलॉजिकल मैचुरेशन, एक्टिविटीज़ एंड लैंग्वेज की बात की गई है. सोशल इंटरैक्शन का कोई रोल नहीं है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द स्टेज इन विच अ चाइल्ड बिगिंस टू थिंक लॉजिकली अबाउट ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड इवेंट्स इज नोन एज सेंसरी मोटर स्टेज, फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल स्टेज, प्री ऑपरेशनल स्टेज, concrete operational stage. Correct answer is option D, concrete operational stage. जैसे कि हमने प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में भी स्टडी किया था, कॉन्क्रीट ऑपरेशनल स्टेज होती है 7 to 11 ईयर्स के बीच में, एंड इट्स मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट फीचर इज लॉजिकल थॉट. तो यहाँ पर लॉजिकल थिंकिंग स्टार्ट हो जाती है. Next question, with whom is the project teaching method associated? Correct answer is option C. It was originated by John Dewey and was later popularized by W.H. Kilpatrick. Agla question, a teacher, because of his or her democratic nature, allows students to sit all over the class. Some sit together and discuss or do group reading. Some sit quietly and read themselves. A parent does not like it. Which of the following may be the best way to handle the situation? Parents should complain against the teacher to the principal. Parents should request the principal to change the section of the ward. Parents should show trust in the teacher and discuss the problem with the teacher. Parents should take away the child from that school. Correct answer is option C. Parents should show trust in the teacher and discuss the problem with the teacher. अगला क्वेश्चन है 4 distinct stages of children's intellectual development are identified by Kohlberg, Erikson, Skinner, Piaget. Correct answer is option D, Piaget. In which of the following stages do children become active members of their peer group? Adolescence, adulthood, early childhood, childhood. Correct answer is option A, adolescence. So these were few MCQs on teaching aptitude. We will be uploading more videos on such MCQs, not only on teaching aptitude but other subjects also like ICT, research aptitude, communication, people and environment. I'll share the link of all those videos in the description box. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching.